What is up, McManus MMA fam? We are very reluctant to make this video going over the entirety of the UFC fight night, Gilbert Burns versus Mike Malott. That is happening tomorrow. It is very late the night before. I really did not want to make this video, but I think it's important that I do, so I'm going to. So we're going to go through the entire card, and we're going to start from the very bottom, go all the way to the top. I'm going to break down every single fight and tell you who I think is going to win, why they're going to win, and why I'm right sometimes. Let's get right into this. Let's get this over with, man. There's some good fights on here. I'll talk about the card as a whole at the end, but let's start. So first fight of the night, we got Jamie Siraj versus John Yanis. I'm picking Jamie Siraj by submission. This is his first fight in the UFC, I believe, and on the regional scene, he is really good on the ground. That is submissions and or ground and pound TKOs on the ground. Um, and we saw John Yanis' last fight. He kind of had a tough first fight in the UFC against what was that dude's name? Bashi. Was it Austin Bashi? He got submitted in the first round, and just him getting taken down that easily. I think Jamie Siraj is strong enough and more than capable enough to submit him in the first or second round. So I'm going with Jamie Siraj by rear naked choke, first or second round. Let's go for that. It's like he's still here with us. Moving on, John Castaneda versus Mark Vlogden. This I think this will actually be a pretty good fight, all things considered. As much as this card does suck, that doesn't mean the fights are going to be bad. Um, but I do think that this is going to be this will probably be a good fight, and I'm gonna go with Vlogden on this one. His fight in the Contender Series was absolutely insane against Martinetti, I think was that guy's name. That fight was crazy. Even though he lost that fight, that was just an absolute war. And Castaneda just hasn't had, you know, he beat. He's on a two-fight losing streak right now. He lost to Marcos, lost to Gutierrez, and I think basing it off of those, and it's also been a minute since his last fight. It's almost been a year. Um, and I think that Vlogden's gonna batter him. I really do think Vlogden's just gonna batter him and win this one by decision. Again, watch that Contender Series fight if you haven't already. That fight is crazy. That's a really, really good fight. This dude's just got more heart and he's just gonna want it more. Um, he's just he's gonna batter John Castaneda. I could see a TKO, like I could see Castaneda just kind of giving up. Um, but I'm gonna lean with him just battering the hell out of him, just absolutely battering him to death. Yeah, so I'm going with Mark Vlogden by decision. I'm gonna stick with decision. Moving on, Jamie Lynn Horth versus JJ Aldrich. JJ Aldrich looks like Gollum, and Jamie Lynn Horth looks like White Abunga. If anybody knows Abunga, she looks like Abunga. Um, Horth is coming off that really good knockout against Bleda on that was the Royval Cop card. And she beat Demopoulos. I remember that fight. Those are the two fights I can think of on the last top of my head. And JJ Aldrich, I forgot that she exists. There's some girls who are ranked that you don't even remember exist. Legitimately, I don't even remember that some of these chicks exist. But I'm gonna go with Jamie Lynn Horth to win this one by decision. Um, no particular reason, honestly. I'm super excited for this one. I'm just gonna move on. Oh my God, back-to-back bangers! Wow, Melissa Croden versus Dara Gel Zelezhnakova. Yeah, I'm not. You know what? She looks like Melania Trump, so we're just gonna call her Melania. So we got Melania versus Melissa Croden. Melissa Croden was on a kind of a nasty little streak, just finishing every single person she was fighting, and she had that really good finish against what was that gal's name? Lisboa. The Lisboa finish was crazy, and then she looked like pretty plotty against Luana Santos, I believe. That was also the same fight night the last chicks were on. Wow. Um, yeah, I mean she was on a heat of a finish streak, but Melania Trump here. I mean, she looked good against Melissa Mullins. Lost to Aline Perez. It's not like a terrible loss, but uh, This is tough. I might go with Melissa Croden to win this one by decision, just because of the home crowd advantage. And I don't think I hope she's learned since the Luana Santos fight, and it's also kind of been like a year since her last fight. No, it hasn't. Royval Cop was in December, so no, it hasn't. It's been like half a year. Um, but yeah, both these chicks not the best, but I'm going Melissa Croden by decision. I could see her getting a finish though, just because it's Canada, man, it's Canada. Um, Home court advantage. Let's move on to Tanner Boser versus Gokhan Sarakam. I'm going with Gokhan on this one, man. This guy is scary. This guy is pretty scary. Um, he's just a Bellator beast. That's the best way to put it, is a Bellator beast. He was chinning people and then he was winning decisions. He lost one recently. Dude, I don't watch Bellator. I'm not gonna pretend like I watch Bellator, but um, yeah, and Bowser was in the UFC and then he was out of the UFC. He got knocked out by Kutalaba, which depending on the time of day, that could be a good or bad win. Lost to Andrei Arlovsky, I remember that, and then he also lost to Cyril Gahn. Um, that's pretty crazy. Has he lost to anybody else that I would know? Maybe not, but those are the only ones I can think off the top of my head. Um, and I'm gonna go with Gokhan on this one, man. Unfortunately, I'm gonna go with Gokhan. I think Gokhan might be able to knock Bozer out. I think he is. I hope that his time in Bellator has taught him you got to go out here and you got to slime this dude out. Save the heavyweight division. I don't want to see a blob fest. It's gonna be a blob fest though. Um, excuse me. Yeah, I think this is gonna be an absolute blob fest. Um, yeah, I think no no ill will against either of these guys. Tanner Bozer looks like my cousin Randy a little bit. Um, so don't take this personally, bro, but I am gonna go with Gokhan Sarakam to win this one by a KO, maybe in the first round. I'm gonna go, yeah, first round. Let's move on to the next fight here. The odds for this fight are too close, bro. They are too close. I don't know if you guys know who this guy Robert Valentin is. Yes, he's being fed to like he got smashed by Torres Finney and smashed by Atiba Gautier. Okay, that's fine, man. That's all right. And Ryan Loder also smashed this guy. But Julian LeBlanc looks pretty good, man. He looks pretty good. And I'm gonna go with him to win this fight by decision. I think that Robert Valentin is like the perfect way to describe him, is like the sacrificial lamb. Like this guy just kind of gets put in there with these guys that they're trying to build up, and just gets beat to all hell. He really does. He just gets to beat to all hell. So I'm gonna go with Julian LeBlanc to win this one. I'm gonna go be safe and go by unanimous decision, but I can see him getting a finish. Ugh, I'm just burping thinking about this. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Julian LeBlanc on this one. I'm telling you, watch some of these fights. Um, Particularly watch for the Robert Valentin. Watch his fight against It's a win he had, but it's not. What's that guy's name? He has this fight in like the LFL or something like that. That's if you watch that fight and you genuinely think this guy has a chance to win, which he does have a chance to win, but not that big of a chance, man. Like it's interesting, man. Sometimes this guy looks terrible out there. He looks terrible out there. But we'll see. We'll see. Moving on to Dennis Bazooka versus Mar Marcio Barboza. Oh, I have a nasty cut on my foot and it hurts. I think Bazooka is gonna get absolutely slept, bro. I think Bazooka is getting slept out cold. Emmers knocked this dude out. Um, when's the last time that he beat Connor Matthews? Dude, this guy hasn't fought in a while either. I feel like this guy's been out for quite some times. And Barboza, he fought. He had that contender series knockout. He's on a nasty knockout streak. I think he's gonna catch Bazooka on his chin. Just is this Southpaw versus Orthodox? Do I know if it's Southpaw versus Orthodox? Oh no, Bazooka's switch stance. Okay. We'll see. I'm going with Barboza to knock Bazooka out in the first round. I'm gonna go first round. Yes, it's a contender series, guys. Like, bro, dude, he's knocking everybody out in the first round. But I gotta look out how it is. This dude either knocks you out, or you make it to the second round and you knock him out. That's legitimately how this dude works. So, um, if this stays in the first round, you are getting slept, Bazooka. Unfortunately, just watch the contender series fight. Watch Bazooka's fight against what was that guy's name? Um, yeah, pull up the Embers fight. Pull that up. He fought Sean Woodson as well. I think he lost that fight. But yeah, I think Bazooka's gonna get slept out cold. I think he's going out cold. So let's go Barboza for that. Let's go for that. It's like he's still here with us. Thiago Moises versus Gage Young. Ooh. So this is tricky because Moises has fought literally like the highest level competition like ever. He's fought Benoit Saint Denis. He fought Michael Zolacosta, Joel Alvarez, Islam Makhachev, Alexander Hernandez, Queen Green, Bobby Green, Michael Johnson, Benil Dariush, the goat Dariush, bro, the goat Dariush. Um, yes, I mean he beat Michael Johnson. He beat Bobby Green. He beat Alexander Hernandez. He beat Michael Zolacosta, which that win is aging really, really well. He just got knocked out by Jared Gordon though, and lost to Ludovic Klein, lost Benoit Saint Denis. Fluke, bro. I guarantee it was a fluke, bro. Benoit Saint Denis just be fluking everybody. Um, yeah, and Gage Young, he is young. He is no pun intended, but he is 25 years old. That's crazy, bro. What am I doing with my life? Lost in the contender series. Then they brought him in on the and he lost his first fight and then he won his second fight against what was that dude's name? I think his name was literally Machete. Wasn't that guy's name Machete on the was it the yeah, the Walker Zhang card? That dude's name was Machete. I'm almost positive. This is tough. I think this is a really tricky fight. I'm not sure who I'm really gonna pick on this one. I've had a little bit of time to think about it, but this is a tricky one for me to pick because I do think that Thiago Moises has fought the highest level competition. But I do think that he is older and he's kind of on the way out. So I'm going to go with Gage Young to win this one. And I'm just going to be safe and I'm going to say that he's going to win it by decision. I could really see it happening. But yeah, I think this is a tricky fight because Moises has fought extremely high level competition. So he really could get it done if he needs to. That's a stupid statement by me, man. Jasmine Judavicius versus Karina Silva. Judavicius used to be like a she looks like my rock climbing one of my rock climbing instructors. That is crazy. I've never thought of it that way. She looks like identical to one of my rock climbing instructors. Holy cow. She just got slept by Fiort. Manar Fiort. Fiort. That's how you say her name. I'm almost positive. Uh, she submitted Andrade. People thought she was going to absolutely dominate, and I think she's going to dominate this fight, man. I do think she is going to. She lost to Tracy Cortez. Um, that's just in my notes. That has nothing. She lost to Tracy Cortez like a long time ago. Just in my notes, lost to Tracy Cortez. But Karina Silva just is losing to much lower level competition than Judavicius. Lost to Macy Barber, which we just saw what happened to her, bro. Jesus Christ. Um, yeah, I think that Judavicius just is better on the ground. Just kind of has an advantage kind of everywhere. She's 37 years old. Oh my God. Jesus. Holy cow. Oh my God. I think Judavicius is just gonna win this one by decision, man. I think this is gonna be a sleeper fight, bro. I do think it is. Yeah, I'm gonna move on. I don't want to talk about this. I want to talk about rat garbage, bro. Mandel Nalo, bro. This guy, this guy's buddy was Sam Hyde, which I think is absolutely hilarious. He's buddies with Sam Hyde versus Jai Herbert. Mate, Jai Herbert. I haven't seen this guy in a minute. Um, Lost to Chris Padilla, who should lost to Fares Ziam. Both those guys are good. Lost to the goat Ili Taporia. This dude also gave Taporia the closest moment he's ever had to losing. That knee up the middle, I think. That drop Taporia, and then he gets up, and then he absolutely got. This was the one. Like most of Taporia's knockouts look nasty, but this was the one that was like a murder, where you're like, oh my god, oh gosh, lost to the goat Moicano. Hey, that's all right. But again, this dude is 37. Rack Garbage is 36. Rack Garbage is on a nice little win streak. His fight on the Contender Series was really good. Dude, the Contender Series, bro. The Contender Series, bro. Gotta watch the Contender Series. Um, I am gonna go with Rack Garbage though, just because I like the dude, but I also think he's just gonna knock Jai Herbert out like in the first round. I think he's gonna knock him out in the first round. I think Rat Garbage Mandel Nalo is gonna absolutely sleep Jai Herbert out cold. This. I think this one's gonna be a murder. I'm rooting for Rat Garbage. He's buddies with Sam Hyde. His Instagram is so weird. Check out his Instagram if you haven't. It's so weird. It's so weird. It's like the younger sister from Hereditary. That's what it's like. I'm gonna move on, man. I'm gonna move on. Co-main event. Yes, this is the co-main event. Kyler Phillips versus Charles Jourdain. I'm going with Charles Jourdain to win this one, man. This is a good fight. This is a close fight, but I'm going with Charles Jourdain on this one. Jourdain, I like Jourdain. Mate, who does that to Davy Grant? Who does that to Davy Grant? Oh my days. Oh my days. Um, yeah, I think there is always the possibility of the guillotine. It's always there for Jourdain. I mean, he's gotten so many people with that. He got Victor Henry and Davy Grant back to back with that. Got knocked out by John Silva. Hey, that's okay. Lost to Sean Woodson. I can't stand Sean Woodson, bro. Why does he keep popping up? Can't stand that guy. And Kyler Phillips has lost to. He's on a two-fight losing streak. Rob Font, Vinicius Oliveira, I believe. Those aren't terrible. Those aren't terrible, losses. But also like he also has a win over Johnny Barcelos, which is concerning because that guy is good. Johnny Barcelos is really good, really good. Yeah, man. So this is tricky, man. This is tricky. Ah, Kyler Phillips had to lost to Victor Henry by split decision. Charles Jourdain submitted him in like the first or second round, I believe. Right? Yeah, it was the second round. Um, I think I'm gonna go with Jourdain by this on this one though. I'm gonna go with Charles Jourdain. I like the guy a lot, and also I think this is just this is a tough fight though. I think this is a tough fight. A lot of these fights are hard to pick, man. They are hard to pick. But I'm going with Jourdain on this one. I'm going with Jourdain by. I don't want to say decision. I don't want to be safe and say decision. I might go submission because I think that guillotine is there. Um, but I mean, he's dangerous in the clinch, bro. He's got a really good clinch work. This is tricky, bro. This is tricky. But I think I might be safe and just call it by decision. I think I might just say that it's gonna be by decision. I think I'm gonna just be safe. Um, that is pathetic of me to say that, but I do think it's gonna. I think that's what we're gonna see. Let's move on to the main event. Gilbert Burns versus Mike Malott. This is the main event. Um, yeah, this is tough, man, because I really like Gilbert Burns. I really like Gilbert Burns. This dude has just had like the roughest schedule I've ever seen ever. Like who his manager is. Who your manager, bro? So loses to Kamaru Usman. Um, then This is the Wonder Boy fight, but let's just go over his losses. Then he had that fight with Hamza Chimaev, which I thought was that was a great fight. That was a really competitive fight. Looked great in that fight. You know, lost unanimous decision, but made him look more human than normal. Then beat Neil Magny. Then beat Jorge Masvidal. Then lost to Bilal Muhammad. Uh-oh, that's not good. Then the GOAT JDM absolutely sleeps him. Then Sean Brady beats him by decision, and then Michael Morales sleeps him. So the guys he's losing to are extremely high level competition. However, the problem with it is that in a lot of these fights, he like lands a low kick, smirks at you, and then like gets hit with a jab, and it looks like his body just kind of crumples, like he doesn't want to be there, which sucks because I really like Gilbert Burns. I really like Gilbert Burns. Oh, this is tough, bro. This is tough. Because Mike Malott is on like a nice win streak, but I don't know if like. I mean, I have to just be safe and say that Mike Mallott's gonna knock him out. I have to be safe. That's crazy that I'm saying that's what the safe option is, but I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that Mike Mallott's gonna win this one by knockout. I think that he's just gonna work behind his jab and catch Gilbert Burns with something, and Gilbert's just kind of gonna faint. Like he's just not gonna want to be there anymore, and that sucks. I hope he retires soon because this is just hard to watch, man. Because I really do like this guy. I mean, he has one of my favorite moments in the entirety of the sport. That fight against Usman for the belt. That's a really emotional moment. That's one of my favorite moments of the sport. Truly human. But this is tough, man. I have to go with Mike Malott by knockout, man. He's on a nice win streak right now. He's got momentum. He's in his home country. And this everything is stacked up against Gilbert Burns right now, and I have to just be safe. I would love to see a Gilbert Burns upset win, bro. That would bring me nothing more than joy. I will be rooting for Gilbert Burns, but I have to pick Mike Malott by knockout. I just have to. I'm sorry. So going through the card, I've got Malott, I've got Jourdain, I've got Nalo, I've got Judavicius, I've got Gage Young, I've got Barboza, I've got Julian LeBlanc, I've got Gokhan Sarakam, Melissa Croden, Jamie Lynn Horth, Vlogden, and Siraj. Overall, this card is really not great, but I'm sure it's going to be entertaining. I'm going to watch it, of course, and I'm actually going to try something new for the channel. I know that one person made it to the end here, but I am in a live stream tomorrow. I'm going to do a fight companion for this and see how that goes. I'm just going to try it out. So if you'd like to stop by, and I'll be doing it for every single fight. I'll be here all day. I've got a rock climbing competition in the morning, bro. Me and the goat, Peyton Talbot, and Corey Sandhagen. We're gonna be listening to Tyler Creator Vinyls and rock climbing tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna try that and see how that works out. But this is like a not a great card on paper. Like there's a lot of these fights that I'm not really interested in watching, but I thought that I would try and live stream, see how that works, see if I'd like to try that again in the near future. And yeah, we'll see where that takes us. So thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, like the video, subscribe. Peace.